Hello and welcome back, Superstar Traders. This is Tony George, and I'm super delighted to share moments with you like this one. So, welcome to the weekly market outlook. You know how we do it every time. We keep you locked on the economic calendar for the week and what is going to be trending, what's going to be affecting the market, and how you should expect it. And more so, we also keep you locked with information as regarding where certain assets or instruments will be going for the week. And of course, yeah, last week, some of the instruments we looked at were AUD card. All right, so this was analyzed at last week's trade. You can see this was Monday 13th. All right, you can go back and watch our previous video and see how we made this analysis. Right, so looking at this video, looking at this setup already, this is a 1 is to nearly 7 RR, and we've done over 1 is to 4 RR. Cool, guys, that is crazy. We also analyzed AUDCHF, right? Part of the trade calls that we gave last week was AUDCHF, and this is so far so good how AUDCHF is playing. This is 1 is to 7 RR, and of course, you can see that we did over 50% of that. That's about 1 is to 3.5 thereabout. I think we also looked at NZD card. We also looked at NZD card last week, okay? And we said NZD card too. We're expecting some bullish move on NZD card, and all of these instruments actually play out. Okay, so this week is going to be another amazing time. I'll just quickly run you through the Forex Made Easy. Sorry, I'll just quickly run you through the economic calendar for the week, and then we go over to analyzing. And don't forget, by 6 p.m. Nigerian time or West African time, we are going to be having the inauguration proper of the 47th president of the United States in the person of Donald Trump. And of course, you know, it's been always a controversial person. And so will the market be today? Hopefully. All right. So let's start off with the economic calendar for today. Okay. So Monday, the 20th of January, we're having no high impact expected happenings. Okay. And only that US banks will be closed today to celebrate or to remember the Martin Luther King Jr.'s Day. Okay, so aside that, there is no significant news we're expecting today. Tuesday, we will be expecting Clement count charge, more like unemployment rates report from the Great Britain. Then, of course, CPI month on month and year on year from Canada. And of course, CPI also coming out from New Zealand. All right, so we just keep that in mind. On Wednesday, there's actually no high impact expected news coming out on Wednesday. And on Thursday, we're going to be having unemployment claims coming out by 2:30 p.m. on US from the US economy, okay? And then on Friday, of course, we're going to be having some manufacturing PMI coming out from Europe majorly, and of course that's from Germany, from France. Just give me a second. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so we'll be having all of these reports coming out from majorly Europe. Okay, some manufacturing PMI, flash manufacturing PMI coming out from Europe. And another thing to take note of is that on Friday we're going to be having the monetary policy statement report coming out from the Bank of Japan. Of course, you know how it always is. It's going to be tentative. We're going to see also if interest rates will again be reviewed upward by 25 basis points on Friday. Of course, we've seen that interest rate had left the negative zone for Japan, and now currently resting around 0.25. Still pretty small compared to other parts of the world. All right, but we're going to check if it's going to be up again by 25 basis points, bringing it to about 0.5%. Okay, so that's going to be majorly what we're expecting this week. So basically, I feel all eyes will be on unemployment claims by 2:30 p.m. on Thursday. all right, by 2:30 p.m. on Thursday. And also Friday this week is going to be a very busy week, so we just need to put our eyes on it. Let's quickly run over whatever analysis I'll be doing. I'll be very careful because of the US election, US inaugurations today. Okay, so let's quickly start off with the dollar index. Okay, so with the dollar index, we've seen basically this week starting off very strong on the dollar index. Apparently, it started off. Apparently, it started off with some nice movements. Okay, sorry, let me just refresh this. Okay, just give me a second. Let me refresh. Let me refresh this. All right, nice and amazing. All right, so it started off the dollar index apparently this week had started off very strong, and pardon me, I'm coming. All right, so my apologies. So, yes, the reason why I'm looking at that is because look at this. The last candle here was Friday, 17 January, instead of Monday. Okay. Now, that is because today's candle is not there because the US market is not opened. Okay. So the dollar index is not being recorded for the price movement is not being recorded for the dollar index in the financial market. All right. So okay, so yes, I know that some of us too might just fall victim and pray to that, and we keep refreshing and be like, ah, kush. Okay, so that I just told you why that is. Okay, so basically we saw that last week Friday, the market closed off with a significant momentum by momentum candle. Okay, for the U.S. election today. I will probably be expecting more bullish push, apparently. All right, but that's not my final verdict because we're going to make more analysis. So just stay tuned, right? We're going to be expecting a little more bullish push. Remember that last week when I did the weekly market outlook, I told you that I was expecting that in the worst case scenario, the dollar index should come into this zone, into this particular price level at least, or a little above it, which is pretty well sitting up around 110.511. Okay, it's currently trading at 109.405, so I'm still expecting this little push to this upside before coming all the way backward. Okay, so that's what I'm expecting. So a little bullish push, and then prices will ultimately begin to fall back. Okay, so with that in mind, I'm a little bit skeptical. Okay, with that in mind, if the dollar index should have a little bullish push still, then it simply means that USD or all dollar put pairs are supposed to fall below, right? Now let's look at the USD, starting with the USD has been maintaining a strong sell trend, as you can see from here. All right. As you can see all the way from here, it has been an amazing strong bearish movement. Okay, now what is my bias, what is my opinion? Let me show you something on the weekly time frame. Okay, so on the weekly time frame here, I mapped out this zone, and of course, this zone was a significant, there was a significant test of the market on that zone. You can see that here, right? You can see that here. And then again, that zone was tested a second time, right? This was caused by news, but then apparently, that particular zone still held strong, right? So I was expecting that this is still going to further drop into this zone, all right, and before we will most likely see the buy push that we've all been looking and waiting for. All right, so to back up my claims, if you look at this significantly, all right, if you look at this vividly rather, you will notice that the bearish trend is still very dominant. Okay, there had not been any break of structure. You can even see this little trend line here, right? There had not been any break of this trend line. there had not been proper liquidity sweep, there had not been change of character. So what does this tell you? It tells you that the bears are still holding up strong. And so most likely, I'm still of the opinion that probably the US election, the US inauguration today is going to make USD, AUD USD probably fall back below. The same happenings with NZD USD, okay? We've not been able to see a proper breakout structure. We've not seen a proper sweep of liquidity. We've not seen change of character. Nothing. So what does that tell you? The bears are still willing to continue to dominate the market. So I'm still expecting as well again that on NZD USD we'll see most likely prices falling back below and then going back up. Okay, so the same thing happens, the same analysis for um Euro USD, the same analysis for GBP USD, and so on and so forth. For GBP USD, I'm still expecting a little drop to this zone and back up. Now, while I'm just showing you because I've already mapped out all the zones. So you see this zone here where I'm talking about. So this is the first zone, this is the second zone. Okay, so if prices, I'm expecting that prices will most likely come tap into this zone here before it begins to go back up above. Okay, so that's what I'm expecting. All right, so but then not for us to miss out, I have something really nice for you. So let's check out GBP AUD. Okay, so GBP AUD is currently sitting at a place where we can take some trades. Okay, if we are able to map out everything. Okay, I've already set up a 1:6 RR trade. Okay, now let's look at it on the weekly time frame first. Yeah, now on the weekly time frame, you will notice that this particular trend line, this particular price chart has been moving respecting this upper part of this trend line and this lower part of this trend line. They both acted as a resistance and support simultaneously, all right, and up until this same zone here. Okay, so on this same zone here, we've been having a nice very bullish push all along, all right, and then once again this bullish push broke structure, that is this trend line that had been respected for ages. Okay, so this trend line that had been respected for ages eventually was now broken. Okay, so let me just quickly make this and change the color to red. Okay, so this resistance zone was now officially broken. So applying the simple law of support support resistance on support, right? So this market had broken above it, came back, tested the same zone now as a support. But now you're not going to appreciate this well except you scale down to the lower time frame. All right, see the trend line here. Don't forget that's why I made it a deep color and red. Okay, so yes, amazing. So if you look at it now, it's now pretty well sitting on a support area because it was a former resistance, now a support. So I'm actually waiting for a confirmation on the daily time frame, but there's already a confirmation on the 4 hourly time frame. Okay, so this is what I would advise. This is where I expect to take my trade. Okay, this is where I expect to take my trade. I expect to take my trade at 1.966, sorry, 1.95770. That's how I expect to take my trade. 1.95770. But then apparently, if you want to take some risk, what you can do is you can go ahead and place your buy entry position at the current market price. But that would mean that your stop loss will be a little bigger. Okay, your stop loss will be a little bigger, and this will give you 1 is to 2.8 RR as against 1 is to 6 RR. Okay, so what I just did is in the case or advent that this market did not fall down to this entry level and then it begins to go up, I'll be safe and I'll be in the market and I'm going to be making money. All right, but if it does, let me put it very well. All right, amazing. So if it does fall down to these points here, then I find my confirmation, I can add more trades. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. I just hope you get what I'm trying to say. All right. So what I'm trying to say is that this is where I am expecting my trade to trigger. All right. on this second one, which is like 1.95730. But then there is a bullish confirmation on the 4 hourly time frame, which I am not solely relying on at the moment. All right, but if you don't want to miss out this trade, perhaps you don't feel like it's going to fall down to that entry level before going back up, then you can take the buy position at this level here. But then it simply means your risk to reward will be a lot smaller. So that's for GBP USD. Okay, that's for GBP USD. The stop loss is somewhere around 1.94677. All right, so just a quick one. I'll just give you one or two more and then I would be leaving. All right, so how many of you have seen NZD card? Okay, NZD card. All right, so an NZD card, I'm expecting a little bearish move and then before a big bullish move will begin. Okay, now let me just quickly show you that as well. So an NZD card, we've been seeing this amazing bearish trend for some time now. Okay, we've been seeing this amazing bearish trend for some time now. But the question is this market ready for a bullish run off? Is this market ready for a bullish dominance? The answer is no, it is not ready. Why? Now let's look at it critically. This market has been selling since 30th of September 2024, all right, and then it had always maintained a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And in this case here, it's not even anything new. All right, it's still maintaining its lower high, or let's say equal high. Okay, let's say even equal high. So this is where we're expecting, except this market is able to break above this equal high, it is still a bearish market. So in my own opinion, what I am expecting most likely would happen on NZD card is the fact that NZD, it will go up to this trend line and then possibly come back, retest it, and then fall back below to this particular level I am expecting it. Now it's going to be very simple to really trade. I gave you reasons why it is still a sell momentum or a sell bias. Why? Because there had not been any break of structure, there had not been any liquidity swept, there had not been any change of character. It's still maintaining its character. So of course it is still a sell trade. All right. So this information, I don't know what you're going to do with it, but I hope it helps you make profit from the market. All right. So the last but not the least, which I will basically consider, is AUDCHF. Okay. On AUDCHF also, I'm expecting a bullish push. Remember, I gave it last week. Yeah. I'm also giving it again this week. Okay. So, but then most likely we might also see a little sell-off on AUDCHF before the buy. So this is the entire holistic view of AUDCHF. Okay, this is the entire view where you can find that price has been moving inside this price trend line channel up onto this level here. Okay, so let's look at this level critically. All right, up onto this level here, and then you see prices began to slow, but then this has already confirmed. So what it will do is that it confirmed, yes, buyers are willing to take over the market, yes, but then there are no strong momentum from the buyers. So what most likely I would be expecting to see that may most likely happen in the market is the fact that this will be going down. All right, quick clear liquidity before going back up. Okay, so that's it. I hope I'm able to make sense of the chart. I've talked about AUD I've talked about NZD card, I've also talked about GBP AUD. Then I talked about the dollar index and all the assets that can be traded with the dollar index. If you have any question, please simply type that for me in the comment section, or if you have my number, you can slide into my DM and ask me what question you want to ask. All right. So thank you so much. Don't forget to join our free Telegram channel. You can find the link to join the Telegram channel in the description below. And don't forget to also give this video a thumbs up so you can get recommended to some other people. So our content will be out there and beneficial to as many people as possible. All right. Thank you so much and bye for now.